Hi everyone, welcome. Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here tonight. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I have a great new card for you tonight, kind of a fun fold, and I'm using some new product, so I hope you enjoy it. A little bit of housekeeping before we get started. First of all, please, if you like what you see, would you share my video and comment shared down below, and you might win. You might be randomly chosen to get the project that I make tonight. So last week I made this cute little box, and because she shared and she commented, her name was randomly chosen to win the box I made last week, and that's Stephanie McKinstry. So Stephanie, I'll make sure you get your box. Yay! If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel, and once you do, please click the little blue bell for notifications, and then you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, and I upload a new video most Monday evenings. If you can't share my video, please give me a heart. Facebook likes the hearts better than the thumbs up, so give me the heart. It helps my video be seen on the algorithm. More people get to see my video, helps my small business, and doesn't cost you anything. But I do appreciate it if you do that. Okay. I guess we will get started. Now, like I said, let me switch my view here. We're going to make this cute card using some new product. Brand new product just became available to customers on March 1st. Stampin' Up's starting a new program where they will periodically release new product that is only available online. They're online exclusives, okay? And this is some of the first release. It's the Irresistible Bloom Stamp Set and Coordinating Die Set. I plan to be using this some more because I want to use... I love these two dies here. I think they're so cool. We're not using them tonight, but I did want to use the stamp set. It's got some coordinating designer series paper that I think is just beautiful. And I want to tell you the colors are Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Soft Seafoam. Anybody notice anything? Yeah, there's two colors listed here, Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock, that aren't current colors. So that's a little hint that maybe those colors are coming back with our color refresh in May. Yay, I love Pretty Peacock. I don't really know Lost Lagoon too well. That was out when I wasn't real active with making cards. But this paper's just gorgeous. I'm going to show you. I'm going to flip through some of this here real quick and just let you see how pretty it is. Some great color combinations, and I'm so happy that they're back. And then we're also going to be using these loose frosted dots. Now these are much like the embellishments we've had before that have adhesive on them. These don't have adhesive on them. And yeah, that means you have to find a way to adhere them. I just use a little bit of Tombow glue. But because there's no adhesive on the back, you get so many more. Makes them a great bargain. So I'll be showing you how to attach those easy. So, look, a few things. It's my understanding. Well, actually, I did see it that quite a few of the colors from the retiring in colors are already on low inventory. So many of the things like the ink pads and the re-inkers. So I encourage you, please, if you want them, you need to get them, and you need to get them now. Here's my website. Use my host code. You can stock up on those retiring in colors. One is this pale papaya, with the cardstock I'm using today. You can also, if you go to the Stampin' Up! Website and go to shop, and it'll say what's new, there's an area called online exclusives, and maybe I'll do a post about that on Facebook and show you where to find those items. They're not too hard, and they're even bringing back a couple of circle punches. They brought them back and they sold out really quick, but they're coming back. So that's exciting because everybody likes circle punches. So I think we're going to get started with this fun fold. Whoops, let me put this down here in the camera. I just thought this was such a cool card, and I had to kind of figure it out. I just saw a picture. I didn't see a video on how it was made, so it may be different than, way other people have made it, but it's the way I did. Okay, so we are going to get started here. And this is a piece of pale papaya. It is 8.5 by 5.5, okay? And normally we fold it in half, but this part's folded over on this card, okay? So we're going to score it so that we're able to fold it in exactly the right place, okay? Now the light brown is the score blade, okay? It's not really a blade, it's just a little metal piece that scores the paper. So along the long side, we're going to score this at 1, and we are going to score this at 5 1/4. I have to make sure I get the right measurement. Okay, 5 1/4. There we go. Okay, set this aside here. Oops, my calendar fell down. Now we're going to fold this over. Let me get my bone folder. Let me give this a nice good fold. And this should just about meet. Perfect. It's exactly where I want it to. You know you folded it right if they meet. Okay. So we are going to use this scalloped edge die from the Scalloped Contours die set. This one right here. And we're going to start with this one, and we want these are the outside, so we want to make sure, if you can see, this die has little dots on it. Want to make sure that's on the outside like this, okay? And we want to probably about like right there is fine. Want to put our die on there. I've got a little bit of washi tape to hold it down, and I'm kind of centering it in my die so that the scallops will be equal on both sides. Okay. Then we will run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now we're going to use the large one because this is a larger die, and I have to run it through. I can't run it through long ways. I have to run it through width ways, if that makes sense. So you see this. See how it fits on there just right? I couldn't do this on the smaller machine. Okay, so let's run this through. Yeah, and you can see my plate broke, but it's okay. Move this out of the way for a second. Okay. There we are. Okay, so you can see we have our first part. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to kind of line our scallops up so that they're symmetrical. We'd like them to kind of meet, in the same place. They don't have to be exact, but it's nice. And I kind of used this. This was the piece I cut off of here. You can use it for a guide. Let's see, how much did I? That's probably about 1/4 of an inch. okay, from the scallop to the edge. So that kind of gives you an idea of about how much I cut off. I'm going to show you here, this piece in here, this designer series paper, this is 2 inches by 5.5. And the other thing you can do is just kind of, because we're going to adhere it to the inside. But if you kind of pull it out like that, to make sure that when you lay your die down, that you want to make sure that you're not too far back this way, if that makes sense. So you're going to put this down here. Let's see. This is that's a little further, but we'll go just a little bit more and we'll show a little more of the paper, okay? I think that's fine. Let's see, are we pretty even this way? Yeah, there we go, good. See, so I know that I'm going to still be good distance-wise, because it'll still be on this paper. I love this paper, isn't this pretty? Just gorgeous. Okay, so we are going to bring the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You know what? This was the one I just cut off. That's not what I have. This was the one, that I cut off. Okay, I'm going to use that here. Let's do this again. Sorry, guys. See? There we go. That looks better. Kind of want to go as far as you can go. There we are. Perfect. Am I pretty much? Yeah, I'm pretty much. Doesn't have to be exact, but just in the vicinity. Okay, so we're going to bring this back here. Now, like I said, some of these items I'm showing you tonight are currently either sold out or on low inventory. And if you see it and it's still on there and it just says currently unavailable, that's okay, because that means it's coming back, okay? If it's totally gone off the website in the area where the online exclusives are, and you don't see it anymore, that means maybe it's not coming back, okay? So if you see it and it says not available, don't fret, it'll be there. Okay, so we have our piece of designer series paper. This is 2 by 5.5. See, it's going to go right in there. I just want to make sure. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm going to use my stamp and seal to put that in there. I like this fold, and I think you could do it with so many different, edged dies that we have. There we go. Okay. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Now, I'm going to glue this down. I guess you don't have to, but I just felt like it looked better glued down because it's not going to be, lay flat on its own, so. There we go, yay. Okay. So there's our card base. And you know what? I'm just a little bit crooked. I'm going to trim this piece of designer series paper. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I don't need to. Let's see. It's just a skosh. It's just enough that I see it. I'm not going to mess with it because you know what? I'm the only one that's going to see it. Nobody else will. We're our own worst critics, aren't we? Okay, now this is a piece of Flirty Flamingo. It's just a scrap piece. I'm going to pull out my Whisper White. Now, I haven't used this in ages. I had to actually re-ink it. It's a pigment ink, craft ink. It's thick, it's gooey. it's different than our other inks, okay? And so you have to kind of give it a minute to dry, so to speak. But just a couple minutes. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. Excuse me. That looks good. I like that. Okay. I'm gonna give that a second to dry, and we're going to cut that out too. We are going to use this die from the Irresistible Blooms die set. Goodness. Okay. Let me bring the stamping cut in. Well, let me get this. Let me put this on here. Get this die set. Sometimes you have to play with it a little bit to figure out which way it goes. Let's see. Let's try it. I think that's the way it goes, right? There, I'm going to get a piece of washi tape. I just use old washi tape. And I glue it on. I tried to adhere the tape to part that's going to get thrown away, because if you adhere it to the part you're going to keep, sometimes you can tear it taking it off, and I hate to have that happen. Okay, bring my machine in. Okay. There we go. There we go. And that's Flirty Flamingo, okay? Put that way. So I think this, I like this dice. I wasn't going to get any more flowers, but I'm really liking this. Then, on this die set, out of soft sea foam, I've got a scrap of soft sea foam. I die cut one of each of these flowers, or leaves, and they're right here. I just did those ahead of time. Okay, and we are going to attach it to the back of our flower. Okay, and I'm going to use seal. And put some there, and put some there. This one. And I don't want it to hang out too much, because I don't want it, remember, we got to make sure it doesn't hang off the edge of our card. Okay. And then we put these two together. I find this the easiest way to put them on. Be like that. And I want them a little closer together. There we are. I like that better. Let's see if my... Yep, it's perfect. I don't mind if it goes over that edge, but we want to make sure it stays within that edge there. Okay. And then also on a piece of soft sea foam, I have used my Mossy Meadow ink and stamped hello. And then I fussy cut it out. Like that. It was, and I did it ahead of time, so you didn't have to watch me, but I do see one area I want to kind of clean up right here. Got a little extra piece hanging here. It's not hard. It just takes a minute or so. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my flower on, and then I will attach my hello. So, I've got some dimensionals here. I'm going to put them in a few different places. There we go. I'll take that off. Oops. I think I'm going to put this flower up just a little bit higher this time. There we go. Give a little more room for my hello. Okay. Then I'm going to do, just like I did, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the hello. I'm going to put a dimensional under it and call that good. Okay. And I think I can put that dimensional there. So what this will let me do, it'll let me do it, you know, kind of raise it up, but it adheres to the flower too. There we go. There you go. How do you think? Yeah, I like this one better. It sits just a little bit higher. Perfect. Okay. And the last thing is our loose frosted dots. Okay, so this is when the U-Pick tool comes in very handy. It's got a little putty end, and the key is to keep it clean and free of dust. So the putty lasts a really long time. Now there's 3 different colors of dots in here. I think there's 2 sizes. Let's see. Does this say? No, I think there's 360 dots total. There's 3 colors. There's the pretty peacock. It's probably Blushing Bride and Daffodil Delight. And then there's 2 color sizes of each one. You can see them here. So let me see, I want a small peacock one, just so you can see them. So there you go. Those are what's in there. I think that's it. No, maybe there were 3 sizes. Hang on. There's 3 sizes of each one. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna turn over here. I'm not gonna dig out the other ones, but you can see it there. Oh, there we are. One more. I really do like these. I mean, I think if I was doing a lot of cards, I'd like the ones that already had adhesive on them. But if I'm just doing a couple of cards, I think these are okay. So that right there, that'll show you what you get. 3 colors and 3 different sizes. So I'm gonna put these back. I'm gonna put the small pink one back. And we're gonna, let me find another large pink one here. See if I can find one. Yep, there we go. So we're gonna use, the way I'm deciding to do this is with my Tombow glue, okay? Just a little dot, just a tiny dot. And actually, I might blot that up a little bit. Might be even a little bit too much. I don't know. But I'm taking my U-Pick tool, the putty end. I don't know if you can see that on there, that putty. Mine's kind of flat, but you see it's kind of blue there. Yeah. And it's perfect for picking up these gems and putting it right where you need it. Perfect. You can see I'm using just the tiniest little bit of glue. I just knocked it off my putty. I don't know where it went to. Okay, well, let me find a new one. Plenty of them to go around. Okay. Again, not too, don't use too much glue. And you need to give it just a second to dry. But there we go. Okay. This is a card using the new online exclusive product, the Irresistible Blooms bundle. So I hope you liked tonight's card, and I will see you next week for Stampin' with Denise. Take care, everybody. Have a great evening. Bye now.